Try to be the best, cause you're only a man, and a man's gonna learn to take it. Try to believe though the going gets rough, that you're gonna hang tough to make it. History repeats itself, try and you'll succeed. Never doubt that you're the one. You can have your dreams, you're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down, you're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down, you're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down. Fight till the end, cause your life will depend on the strength that you have inside you. Now you gotta be proud, staring out in the cloud when the odds in the game defy you. Try your best to win them all, and one day time will tell. When you're the one that's standing there, you'll reach the final bell. You're the best. Oh, nothing's ever gonna keep you down. You're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down. You're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down. Time for accordion solo. Best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down. You're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you around. You're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down. Wow, that was surprisingly successful, wasn't it? Okay, Kara-Toki-d. Welcome, I am Mr. Miyagi, and this is my young student, Toki, Kara-Toki-d. Welcome to Sandy on Sunday. Yes, it's me. Ha ha. Wonderful. Thank you again to our sponsors, Yoo-hoo. Oh, sorry, Yoo-hoo, the palindromic name, the only name that works in the show. Oh, I could eat that. Will you stop sniffing glue? We're trying to weed him off it. It's a very naughty doggy. We're trying to get him on a health kick. Today we've got healthy snacks for him, actually. I'm going to feed him some live carrot on the show. Actually, let's do it right now. We'll do this with chopsticks later, but live carrot to the doggy. He loves carrot. He's such a healthy dog when he's not sniffing glue. Anyway, yes, thank you to Yoo-hoo again for the wonderful longevity sticking. Oh, I'm just making this up. Longevity sticking, that's not right. That's terrible grammar. I'm a real stickler for grammar as well. The long-lasting mustachio glue. Yes, it seems to be working well today. So it might even make it through the whole show without dropping off into my and getting lost in my bellows. There's so many mustaches stuck down there from various shows. Yes. Now he has just managed to keep this on just before we went live because he keeps flicking his head and shaking it off because he doesn't really like anything on his head. But he's a very good dog and he's just going to sit still, aren't you? Otherwise you won't get any more carrot. Yes, welcome to Sandy and Sunday Quarantine Gigs. Today is the karate episode, martial arts. Now when I put up a little picture for this yesterday, I got some very interesting comments, and always nice to see your comments, and one of them was nice set of pajamas. Excuse me, this is not pajamas, this is my original karate suit from 30 years ago when I was a student at Edinburgh University, and I was a very focused student. I wasn't really, but I did go to karate for several years. I didn't quite get the black belt I'm wearing though. That's actually that's a funereal tie, which has done a good job. No, I think I only got as far as the blue belt, which is pretty rubbish really. Anyway, it was great fun, the old karate. I should really get back to it one day. I don't think the joints will take it. I don't know if you noticed the picture I took yesterday. I was sitting cross-legged in the chair. You've no idea how difficult that is as a 51-year-old. I could do that really easily as a 21-year-old. I look very relaxed in the picture, but it's a trick of the camera because actually I am in agony in that picture. And Toki's in agony now. Every week on the show he's in agony. Now remember folks, Toki's only with us for one more month, yes, because little Toki's he's re-emigrating back to Canada with his owner. And it's going to be so sad. He only travels first class and he's getting his luxury kennel built around him. They actually build the kennel around him. He just sits there and they build it around him. And he has a little bedroom and a little toilet presumably for if it's a long flight. And there's a little food kitchen area and that, and then it gets all shipped in his little kennel house. into the plane, and then he comes out again. He's none the wiser. He thinks he's still in Scotland, or wherever it is he thinks he is. China today, China. Oh, by the way, I've been learning Chinese recently. This is not a joke, because my young nephew, Stuart Farmer, who is a very good student, he was learning at his school, he was learning Mandarin. Amazing what they learn these days. We were lucky to get French. And so I thought I'd try and keep up with them, and I got one of these talking book learning things. Pimsleur Audio, very good actually, on Learn Mandarin, and I got it just before lockdown, so I've had a lot of chance to listen to it again and again, because normally you only get 3 weeks, but I've had 6 months and they still haven't found me. Brilliant! There's a great trick. So here's a cunning trick for you at home, is if you want to save money, take out a book just before a virus lockdown from your local library, and then you'll never have to pay any fines in it. You can keep it as long as you want. Ha ha! Anyway, I've been learning it. Here it is. This is the sum product of 6 months of Mandarin learning. Oh God. Oh, here it is. 我会说中文. That means I speak Mandarin. Yes. And if there's any Chinese people out there, you can give me marks out of 10 for that. Anything less than 5 will be very disappointed. Now, what are we supposed to be doing? Oh yes, like you can see. Oh, sorry, pal, I just elbowed Toki in the face. But see, if your reactions were a little bit quicker, if you've been paying attention to my lessons, you would have been able to deflect that blow. Sorry, pal. You're such a patient little doggy. As you can see in the background here, we have Kung Fu Panda, and Kung Fu Panda is actually my childhood panda. Yes. A very lucky boy I was as a small child to have a panda. Not every child had a pet panda. Well, it's not pet, but you know, a toy panda, because normally you just got a little teddy bear or something. I had Angus, the panda. So Angus, this is really Angus. And yes, yes, you can believe I'm the kind of person that keeps my childhood toys. Yes, I've got them here as well as the gorilla costume and everything else that I'm wearing. And for the last 6 months. And yes, Angus he very kindly agreed to be, even though he's quite slim, he'd agreed to dress up today as the chubby little Kung Fu Panda. In fact, let's do the theme tune from Kung Fu Panda in honour of Angus. Let's see if I can remember this. Fantastic. Now, there was me extolling the virtues of you glue. And don't try this at home, kids. It's fallen off already, so what we're going to have to do is re-glue this to my face, just in case you thought I was joking. Well, this is really what it is. I think I was just sweating a little bit there with the tension of trying to remember the Kung Fu Panda theme, which I've never actually watched and only learnt about 10 minutes ago. So I think I managed to make something recognisable of that. Children under 5, please ask Daddy or Mummy to type in and tell me if I got that right. Actually, no, the kids are probably better at doing them themselves. They're all speed typers these days. They're so cool with their gadgets, aren't they? Like the little Toki, whose gadget. Now, those of you who saw my advert yesterday know that the show was advertised using Toki's little paw, because Toki is going to be learning how to do karate from the great master, me, Mr. Miyagi. But first of all, of course, you have to start at the beginning. You can't get straight into the secrets. No, you have to build up your muscle strength. You have to build up your little doggy paw strength. And we do that by polishing accordions. Yes, in the original Karate Kid, of course, it was polishing a car. Was it polishing a car? Polishing decking? Can't remember. Anyway, the important thing is now it's polishing an accordion. Now, what I have here, oh, I could eat that. I could eat that. Yes, you definitely could. That's some delicious beeswax, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I actually keep beeswax. Yes, again, believe it or not, I have this in the house. But this is for a good reason. I keep this for accordion repairs, because the levers that are attached to the keys and the keyboard here, they go up inside the grill here, and they're attached to a little pad covered with felt. And the way that they're attached is the little metal bar sits in a little wooden box, and it's then you then melt wax over it to seal it in. Not quite sure why they use beeswax for that, but anyway, that's the way they do it. I personally got one of them is stuck together with gaffer tape, which is held together for at least 9 months now, and all during lockdown, one of my jobs that I'd set myself was to actually repair it using the proper beeswax. I never got around to it. Like many things. Maybe next week. Anyway, this is real beeswax, so what we're going to do is we're going to eat, and he could eat, oh yes, I could eat that beeswax, so that's delicious. Have a like, oh no, I get out of it, you naughty donkey. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to put the wax on its little pot, and then come up here. Yeah, we're going to wipe, come up here, and let you eat the wax. If you wipe the accordion, you pull, wipe the Okay, he just wants to eat it. He's not going to wipe the accordion. It's very bad dog to train. It's very difficult. We're going to have to work on that. If you want to eat the beeswax, you're going to have to polish Uncle Sandy's accordion with your little waxy paw first. Have another bit of carrot. Oh dear. Right. Okay. Better play some music. What have we? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play a tune I've never played before. This is spectacular. Well, I've played it before, but not for ages. But I've never played it on the show, and it's called Dr. Morrison's 7 Thistles. It's got absolutely nothing to do with China, but that's just the way this show rolls. It's a lovely wee march anyway. Might play somebody else after it if I can remember. The second tune twice because I just made it up and I couldn't remember what I was doing. Yes, I wasn't. I was supposed to go. I was going to go into the old rustic bridge, but I went into the old random tune. Which yeah, I'll watch the show back and maybe write that down and I'll maybe sell it as a big hit one day. Who knows? That was a bit of spontaneous composition or spontaneous combustion. Spontaneous combustion show. I've not got any exotic drinks organised today, a bit poor. I was busy learning ridiculous Chinese associated theme tunes, so I apologise about that. I'm just drinking Fanta. But hey, they could maybe sponsor me. By the way, if you want to sponsor me, you get absolutely nothing in return, but you can make a PayPal donation of between 1 and 5 pence is customary, but you're allowed to give more than that. On the little marker somewhere around the screen, but don't feel you have to. It's merely there if you want to. I'm very happy that you're watching the show still after all these months. It's ridiculous. Now, what else has been happening this week? Oh, wait a minute. There's another one I was going to do. No, right, wait a minute. Here we go. So, oh yeah, speaking of beeswax, look, there's another block of wax with honey in it. That man, I could eat that. I could eat that. What's your little spanner? Little headband. There we go. Right. Okay. This is I managed to procure this for my friend Pete Brady again. It's actually meant for another friend, Jill Dufresne, but she's not picked it up. So tragically, she's going to lose out because me and the doggy are going to have this after the show. Yeah. Well, actually, I'll have it. You can have the beeswax. You'll probably never get around to preparing an accordion with it anyway. Yeah. Oh my God. Was that a fly? There's a fly in this room. I hate flies. Now, Toki, let me show you something. I'm going to give you a little bit of advanced karate here. I've got my chopsticks, my Mr. Miyagi chopsticks. Where is it? Ah! Caught it. Look at that. It's a little fat fly. You see that? I caught it in my chopsticks. That is using the ancient art of karate. Look at that. You could eat that little fly. You could, but you're not, because I'm gonna. Insects are so good for you. I don't know if I mentioned in a previous show when I got a pick and mix bag of insects in Thailand. It's great. You can just get a little paper bag, like a poke of sweeties that you used to get as a child in the 1970s. Yeah, the 1970s are great, and the 1980s. You can see I'm always going back there, trying to relive my childhood and teenagerhood and whatever this is, adulthood. Yeah, a little pick and mix bag of insects. So I was a little bit disappointed. They all kind of tasted the same, a little bit soy saucy, like this. By the way, I'm going to pour a little bit of this on Toki's carrots because he likes his carrots to be sauced. Okay, here we go. The ancient art of feeding carrot to doggy. Wow, what a clever doggy. Okay, now it's time for the serious side of the show. We are going to play a set of 6/8 marches, yeah, because we are into 6/8 marches. 6/8 marches are like jigs, except a little bit slower. I might have played, in fact I have played this set before, but since very few of you ever watch this show twice, I would imagine it'll be a nice first time for most of you. This is falling off again. I'm just going to do a quick gluing while I introduce it. No, you can't sniff this. Later. What happened last time though was I played the first two and then I forgot the last one. So this time I'm going to try and get through the whole set without cocking it up, which is my speciality. Okay, here we go. These three tunes are Balachile, fantastic tune. What's the second one? Pipe Major Sam Scott, and the last one, which I didn't manage to get onto last time, but I promised myself I will this time, is Leaving Port Askig. How does it start? Oh God. Oh my God, I forgot to put shoes on, Toki. tunes I was planning to play. That is very unusual for me. Now, can I actually manage to do, just wondering if I could actually manage to do the, that is really sore. Yes, there we go. I don't know if you can see that, folks. I'm going to give you the full swivel. That is the lowest, is that the lowest position? It's bloody sore, whatever it is. Whoa, I don't think that's good for you. You want to lick my toes? You want to lick my toes? No? He's only interested in licking your toes after you've been in the shower. I don't know why, because presumably they're nice and clean then, but must be still a little bit sweaty because there's something that's very attractive to him. This is not going well. I thought this moustache, I'm going to write an angry letter to Mr. Yoo-hoo saying, I thought your glue would see me through 45 minutes of a show. No. Good doggy. Now, I'm just going to have to buy more Yoo-hoo. It's like gaffer tape. If gaffer tape doesn't work, try using more gaffer tape. Again, don't try this at home, kids. This is very stupid. But needs must, because I don't have a special effects department here, you see, because it's lockdown. Otherwise, all my team would be around me. I don't even have a camera crew. I've got to do this backwards and forwards, zoom on my own, side to side, pan they call it, pan. And dressing up, the dressing department, what do you call that? Wardrobe is all me as well, I'm afraid. So just needs must, we have to do the best we can. Now, speaking of doing the best we can, oh, you're going to like this one. Yes, somebody posted a little video, as you can, I didn't even know you could post a video under, I know you could post a GIF but as a comment, but I didn't realise you could post a video under yesterday's advert for the show. A little video of Carl Douglas, yeah, singing Kung Fu Fighting. That was by John Angus Morrison, and yes, John Angus, you guessed correctly. I'm already planning doing it on the show. I was, and here I am about to do it now. Again, this is a world first. I have never sung this song in my life before. I'll probably 5 minutes from now still be able to say that. Here we go. I'll give it my best. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. It was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert timing, unlike my expert timing. There was funky Chinaman from funky Chinatown. They were chopping them up, they were chopping them down. It's an ancient Chinese art, and everybody knew the part. From her fainting to a slip and kicking from the hip, everybody was kung fu fighting. The kicks were fast as lightning. Fighting was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert timing. Excuse me. There was Funky Bill Jim and Little Sammy Chung. He said, here comes the big boss. Hoo-ha! Let's get it on. We took a bow and made a stand. Started swinging with a hand. Well, that was the foot. Sudden motion made me skip. Now we're into a brand new trip. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Ha! Those kicks were fast as lightning. Ow! That was a little bit frightening. Ah! But they did it with expert timing. Oh, ooh. 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 Keep on, keep on. One last time everyone was kung fu fighting. Ha! Kung fu fighting. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Well, could have gone worse. Moustache sort of half stayed on for that. that was pretty exciting, Kung Fu fighting, yeah. By the way, Kung Fu, that was another thing that I could have drawn on from material for the show, the theme from David Carradine in the very long-running 1970s Kung Fu series, which I used to watch on TV. Incredibly boring program, but it was good. It was really well made. It was just at the age I was at, I couldn't appreciate it. But in retrospect, going back and watched it again, it's absolutely fantastic. Anyway, it was better than the TV today, that's for sure. However, I checked out the theme tune this morning, and it genuinely was a bit rubbish. Well, I mean, it's a beautiful tune. It's a beautiful tune. I'm not doing too well bigging up Kung Fu Panda. You should really watch it. But no, it was just a little bit dull. It didn't really have the excitement we needed for the show, Toki, did it? No. The excitement of a dog leaping in the air to catch a carrot. Oh, your reactions are rubbish. You must practice. Oh, see if you polish my accordion a little bit more. Oh. Okay, right, that's enough of me. I'm going to try and stick this on. Meanwhile, let's look out the window and see if there's anybody exciting there, because I suspect that we may have a guest today. Right, Toki, let's see who's at the window. Now, Toki, of course, will bark madly when anybody approaches at the window, but Kung Fu Panda will probably do nothing apart from maybe fall over. Oh my God, who is that out there? Who is that, Toki? I suspect we have a guest in the garden. Is that by any chance the fabulous Ross Anderson?
Hello, Mr. Miyagi.
Wow, Ross, you have made a hell of an effort there with that tie around your head. That's the kind of people we employ in this show. People that spend all of 3 seconds thinking about what they're going to do, like I do. Now come up here, Toki, come up here. You can't see what's happening. You have to learn, Toki. You have to learn from the masters. Now, Ross comes from, I've mentioned Ross on the show before, actually, for those of you who are regular, the one of you who's a regular watcher, because Ross lives in the fantastically named Midlothian town, I think it's Midlothian, is it? Yeah, of Rosewell, yes! Haha, America, you think you're the only ones with a Rosewell? No, we've got our very own Rosewell, yeah. And we have very strange people live there, one of whom is Ross Anderson. Now, Ross has brought his own seat. I don't know if you can see that, but that is actually an amazing musical instrument. The Ross often plays, well, he plays it all the time, but he often plays with me in several bands, and he can make, that little box can make the sound of a whole drum kit. It's amazing. It's called the cajon, and it comes from Peru originally in South America. And is there anything more you could tell us about the cajon, actually, Ross?
The instrument used to be, it was just a box that used to carry fruit and vegetables and things around, and then people started playing them, and that was the origins of the instrument.
That was just like an accordion. It just used to be a set of bellows that people started a fire with, and then suddenly somebody went, wait a minute, I can make a musical instrument out of this bellows contraption, and then people wanted to set the accordion on fire. Anyway, we are going to hopefully have a cajon solo, which we don't always get to hear in the Sandy Brechin band, because I'm usually going, oh, it's all about me. But sometimes, when Ross is very lucky, he gets a cajon solo. But today, this is all about you, Ross. Shh! Toki, that's very percussive, but stop. Shh! Wow, even Kung Fu Panda's got going with this crazy beat. Yeah, Toki was trying to eat Kung Fu Panda earlier. He'll eat anything, that dog. Wow, that was amazing. Thank you, Ross. And a little yip from the young Kara-Toki-d, the young pupil. You leave Kung Fu Panda attacks Kara-Toki-d. Thank you so much, Ross. And we've got a round of applause from one of the neighbours there. Thank you very much, Ross. That was so kind. I think I've managed to leave the door open, but press the buzzer if not, and my flatmate will let you in. Thank you so much, Ross. Come in for a cup of tea in a minute when this dreadful show is over. Thank you so much, Ross Anderson. Wow, I was so excited there. Oh, karate kick to the window. Look at that. I knew that karate move 30 years ago would come in useful. Okay, Toki, do you want to wear this hat? Yeah. Oh, that looks good on you. That looks very good. Come on then, Tokes. Yeah. That was Ross Anderson, ladies and gentlemen. What a guy. What a great guy, actually. And that was a bit of solo cajon. You don't often get to hear that. It's an amazing instrument. Sounds fantastic. Now, I was so excited that my moustache was so excited. It fell off. Oh yes, that suits you. Right, better play another tune. How are we doing? 15 minutes to go. That's okay. Now, what was I going to play next? Oh, I don't have anything left. Oh yes, I know what I was going to do next. It's another comedy one because, of course, I mentioned Kato in the advert for today's show, and Kato always used to spring out to test Peter Sellers' karate moves in the Pink Panther, and so I thought that would be excuse enough for me to play the Pink Panther theme, if I can remember it. Fantastic, Pink Panther. Now I think Ross is trapped at the front door. Oh no, he's in, he's okay. So I will not have to leave you in Toki's capable paws. He's in and he's happy, and we will get him a cup of tea just as soon as this dreadful show is over. But in the meantime, we're going to play some more tunes. We are going to play a tune called Sometimes It Doesn't Work, which I've played before on this show, but I can't think of anything else right now. He's off to practice his moves. Actually, he's off to greet Ross. Followed that without even planning it with another tune of mine called Lipstick on My Whistle. Yeah, that's a brilliant tune actually, even though I did write that myself. Now, the moustache which fell off, possibly because it was recycled. See, we recycle everything in the show. This was actually this, and oh my god, it's all fallen off. I don't even know where they've gone. Oh, there's a little bit that was under my chin. I even coloured that in with a black felt tip because that's try and make it more realistic for Mr. Miyagi, because the rest of it's sort of grey and that little bit's black. Anyway, it's gone now. But yes, this is recycled from Bill A Space Oddities goatee, yes, which I had a few weeks ago on the birdwatching show. Yes, so nothing is wasted in the show. That's probably why it's falling off again, because it's soaking with the sweat of several weeks. Never mind, never mind. Ah, there is actually another tune I was going to play associated with China, which is which is a brilliant tune from the Scots Guards book of bagpipe tunes, and it's called the Chow Man, and this was written in the 1920s. It was written by Pipe Sergeant E. MacDonald, and while the Scots Guard 2nd Battalion were on what's it called, on the job. No, that's not right. They were working in South China. Sorry, Wuhan. Is it Wuhan? Lo Wu. Sorry, Lo Wu. God, you think with my Mandarin training, I'd know what I was talking about now. Yeah, 1927 to 1929. So quite an old tune, but again, a newbie in terms of traditional music. So I'm going to play it for you now. It's called the Chow Man. It's a wonderful tune. On tour, that's what I meant to say. On tour, not on the job. On deployment, you could say. Well, I couldn't think of that at the time. the bandana's drooping as well. At least it's not as bad as Toki's bandana. He's decided to sit and eat his bandana. Look at this. This was a perfectly good television prop until about 4 minutes ago. Look, this is not good. You're supposed to use this to help you train, to help you focus, Toki. You're not supposed to eat it. It's a naughty doggy. He's got all excited because Ross has come inside. Ross is the first actual garden guest that I've managed to remember to leave the door open for until the rest have been trapped outside, sometimes in the pouring rain, which is terribly cruel of me, but you have to suffer for your art, you see. Now we're coming up to the end of the show, which is great news for all of us, believe me, but I'd just like to tell you about a show I did last week. There I was invited on the strength of this show, amazingly. I was invited to perform on another Facebook show called Music from Scotland, which seems to have a huge number of viewers, and amazingly none of them turned off, or they didn't all turn off at once when I appeared on Thursday night. But the end of the show was quite exciting because I have this CCTV behind the screen in front of me here, which is just my mobile phone. I have another screen which has got CCTV, which I very forethoughtedly in advance thought it was a good idea, and it didn't turn out to be a good idea to put CCTV on because people are always nicking things. And the end of the show on Music from Scotland, literally just as I was playing the last 30 seconds, the police appeared and they were at the window and they were trying to wave to me, and then they were at the front door looking up the CCTV waving, and they were back at the window again. And it was a brilliant way to finish the show, although I don't know if people could see because it was dark outside, but I was actually said, I'm really sorry folks, man, somebody's called the police on me again and I have to go. Anyway, no such luck this time. There are no police here today, but that was quite an exciting, unexpected end to the show, so who knows what will happen today, because you never know what's going to happen on a quiet Sunday. It seems like a quiet Sunday, but then no, there's always something to surprise you. Right, I'm going to finish off with one more tune, which is a very quick one because there's only 1 minute to go. And there's a cheeky comment from my friend Burl Brownlee saying, I think you're probably more fluent in Satsuma than Mandarin. I managed to get my comments back. It was just a button that I hadn't pressed properly on the phone. Worked out a few weeks ago. Thank you for that, Badger. Thank you. I will try and think of a witty reply after the show's over. Anyway, here is a very quick reel to finish off. Toki, give me that back. Eat the carrot. Hi, Doggy. Come here. Come Thanks for watching, folks. See you next week. Hopefully. Yeah, okay. Let's wrestle. Goodbye. Whew, that was great fun, wasn't it? Now, back to what I was doing earlier. Okay, take that. Here, look, I'll show you how to use your little paws. It's great fun playing video games. Oh, I don't believe I've left it on again.